What's up, kabar? Bagus? Salamat sore. Good evening, everyone. New name here, playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms. Today is day 30 still on the free-to-play series. And if you come back here, I summoned, I think it was Idril, who I've already A5'd with this legendary Divine Crystal. So in this upload today, if you speak Indonesian, kalau kau suka hati tepuk tangan, if you're happy and you know it, you're going to clap your hands like I did, because today, less than a half an hour ago, 30 days into a free-to-play account, I was able to 3-star Artifact Material Rate Stage 18. And I'm going to show you how I did it without the Power of Dominance on. And then I'm going to show you how to set it up for the autumn. So if you're having any difficulties with this, most of the lineup I have is a free-to-play lineup. Okay, you can't always get the heroes immediately, obviously, to fuse Abomination. But as I was touting for the past week, as soon as I got Volka and Abomination, this count would rocket off the map, and it has. So I fortunately pulled Baron. He's not necessary. I got away with this. It was very lucky. And there's one hero I deploy who's only a 5-star, and that's Wrath. And he's an A3, but he does his job. And I'll show you all the gear after, and I'll remember this time. So we're going to do this on ×1. And it's still tricky. I can't guarantee that I can one-shot this because I have underskilled heroes. They're not all skilled up, and I don't have any premium sets on them. But the thing that is very important about this is knowing that these bottom spawn points, at one time, they're going to come with 2, and then 2. Then they'll spawn a 3, and then a 2, and then they'll spawn a 4. So you want to save your bottom lane extended range AoE damage dealers. So I'm going to put Abomination on one corner facing one way and Valkyria the other way. And they're going to support each other. And they're going to cross their streams and they're going to annihilate all the baddies that come out. So you put Abomination down. He also has a cheat death mechanic. So I don't have to put worrying about the healer immediately for him. Okay? So you'll notice I'm waiting until I see Abomination turn up and face towards old Split Guts here. As soon as Abomination gets his aggro, his aggression drawn towards the boss, I drop my tank. Yeah? Then I put down my Vortex immediately. As soon as that shield breaks, watch this. So Olague will heal himself for 8,500. He's reshielded already. And that's the North's Will artifact. And you'll fall in love with it on Olague and Vortex with a Dagna Lord bonus yourself here. So next I'm going to wait until I have 20 costs to get my Valkyria down. And Valkyria has a battle res if you've played World of Warcraft, but it means like in the middle of a fight, you can instantly revive someone. So this boss was killing whoever I put down here where Abomination is. Then it dawned on me. I'm like, Abomination does AoE, and it becomes a permanent AoE, his ultimate, once he does it twice. So instead of someone dying there now, you'll see my Valkyria barely lives, but she lives. Okay? Now I can stick my bleeder Vladov up top, and he's no longer stressing the healer because he's at max health. Next, I place my constant, so I'm very fortunate to have. You could probably get away with not having a constant to put another fighter into this spot where she is, but I like having her there to help heal. All right. She's also another body because the boss has a total amount of hits that he does. So if you have this whole area filled, then it's less likely that 5 shots are going to hit one hero. Now, this is the key point here, is getting my Wrath up top and in time so that his ultimate is ready to go for when these guys come to touch him. Because he's only a 5-star. And I don't know if you caught that, but I also used my Vortex's ultimate when the boss raised his hand and his cast bar was up for the boss ultimate. Now, this is how good Volka is. And she's going in the top right corner. And as a 6-star promoted, these guys can't do anything to my Volka. She's no more, there's no more issue at the top. The issue is if my Wrath can survive at least 3 waves of these guys. Okay? So you'll see down here, I'm going to use my Valkyria ultimate now. And then I'm going to hold off until the boss is at like 30%, I think it is, or 28% when there's 4 that spawn from each side. So what's going on right now, though, in case you haven't noticed, is that Abomination is a permanent ultimate now because he got it off twice. So he's always reaching with his range, if it'll let me Why can't I select them? There you go. So Abomination is able to help what's behind Valkyria so that none of these mobs can leak through into the boss. So this looks pretty good for Wrath up here. It's going to be close. If he can kill the next wave, it's even better. So I might have done it in an incorrect order here, where Valkyria might get a little overwhelmed and you'll see mobs trickle through, but it's looking pretty good. And if you're looking at the lineup that I have, like it's got a free-to-play Lego in Volka, and it's got a free-to-play Lego in Abomination, if you have the right materials to fuse them, which, sometimes Harpoon or what's his name is really hard to get Damon, but eventually you're going to get Abomination. And people will tell you it's not worth the investment, okay? 30 days in, free-to-play account. AMR stage 18 was close. It's kind of close, right? So we'll look at the total stats. And even though he was placed almost last, you can see the damage that he is 6-star, but he has a bleed. So that bleed really helps hurt the boss. Even though these AoE 2 were hitting so many more enemies, Vladov, single target damage on the boss. Now I'm going to show you how I set up the auto. And it's slightly different because you no longer need a healer. Once you put your power of dominance on, I can take out my Vortex and I can put in somebody on that tile. So for me, one of my strongest heroes is Comet. He also does AoE, so it helps to kill the mobs that might pile up at the bottom that Abomination and Valkyria can't. What makes this work still, though, is this Lord bonus from Dagna. And we all get Dagna when you start the game, okay? So it's not the 5% attributes that matter, it's this periodically granting a shield. Because the boss will hit that little measly shield, it'll break on Olague, and he'll heal for 10%. So as long as Olague keeps getting shields, the boss on Power of Dominance, stage 18 here, you'll see the boss can't do anything to him. So I'm going to do it on ×1, okay? And again, it's the same process. It doesn't have to be, but I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to wait for that boss to path down, and as soon as the fighter that I have there, Abomination, turns to target the boss, I'll place the tank, okay? This one's a bit different because I don't have a healer. Yes, the Power of Dominance is here, but this is how strong this free-to-play hero Olague is. So now I'll put down my Valkyria, and I'll no longer have to guard anything up in these portals. You kill the boss before any of these baddies come, okay? So the next hero to go down, it's really up to you. But I prefer to put my Volka in or my Vladov. But Vladov might die, right? So if you stick your Volka in, your heroes start healing for when they do damage. And you might look, you're like, I don't know. What's this guy talking about with this Norse Will artifact and Oleg here, right? So here comes the boss's massive ultimate, and it can't kill me anymore. I'm no longer concerned about dying to that ultimate. All right, it's not possible for him to do it. So here comes Vladov the Bleeder. So the next thing that goes in is my Comet on the platform. You can put him in sooner if you like, but I'm hoping to get this Bleeder effect. And if you don't know, okay, that icon up here with that sword down, that's from Volka. And that makes the boss do 30% less damage. That's pretty big, okay? Especially if you're lucky enough for her to apply that debuff just before the boss is about to do an ultimate. 30% damage reduction. Pretty good for a free-to-play hero Volka that people will tell you isn't very good, okay? And as a free-to-play account on day 30, filming a video of how to do AMR stage 18 without the power of dominance using her. Okay? She's not strong enough yet for me to tank, but it's no longer necessary. Okay? She might be now with the power of dominance. I haven't tried yet, but I could probably put Volka down there now. But I'd rather wait until I get like her lunacy visor. All right. So I'll show you the stats again so that you can see what Olague did for healing. Okay. Well, that's nice. It's always nice to get maximum drop. All right. So you come through the stats, everyone's going to have decent heals because of Volka's passive. Okay. But if you look at Olague, there's no way Olague hit people that many more times than the rest of them. Okay. That's every time he lost the shield. He was healing for like, I forget what it was. I didn't look. Okay. But For fun, I'm going to show you it. I'm going to put Olague down by himself. He'll get a shield, and then the boss will break it, and we'll look into the total stats at that heal. This is with Power of Dominance on, just for the curiosity for you, okay? And then I'll also show you, after I bring you to the gear section, the benefit of heal effect with this artifact, okay? I don't know if he has any heal effect on or not, but I already have an upload of Olague with this Norse Will artifact, and I'll link that in the end screen. So as soon as Olague loses his shield, I'll just end the battle here. So it looked like he healed for 21k there. That's what it looked like to me, right? And this is a wonderful way to test. You just come into artifact material raid and you throw down a hero somewhere just to see stuff, okay? And none of this costs anything. It's a wonderful game for that. So he healed for 51,000 because I think he lost 2 shields, okay? I think he lost the one from Dagna, and then he lost the one from himself. So 50k, so let's say he 25,000 heal for Olague. There's no way that 10% of Olague's health is 25,000. There's no way. So let's take a look in the gear of Olague here. And in his total stats here, he's at 68k, right? With 0 heal effect. 0 heal effect. So that's how strong the Power of Dominance is for adding attributes to it, okay? So I'm not going to do any more further testing in this video. You'll find it in the other one. I forgot what this hero actually had as stats, but I'm showing you that this, oh, it's an 11% heal. I upgraded it once. I apologize. It goes up to 15. And I've had him single heal himself with 43 heal effect on that stage for 51,000 HP. But he was also at, I think it was like 77 or 78,000 HP. So the heal effect definitely matters. So in Vladov, this was the first mythic artifact I ever crafted, and that obviously really helps him. And this is all that starter set you get from storyline. So everyone has complete access to these items, and they're always going to roll these stats and these deep purples. Every one of them is the same on every single account, okay? Which is beautiful because I've always said that this game, the initial setup of the game, has been amazing. And with the advent of the 2 Void Rift Trollocs, by the time you get those unlocked, you're in storyline. It says, fuse somebody. You fuse Livia, and you make her a 4-star tank into a 5-star, and you go into there and you get all those juicy rewards, and you'll accelerate your progress. So we used Vortex right before the Power of Dominance. It's this Chalice of Youth is just something. Okay, it helps. It's not a big deal. But again, like you're seeing him, like he doesn't need attack bonus, but he needs the attack speed a bit and that HP. And it's all busted sets. Okay, and people will tell you, you can't do artifact material rate 18 without this or without that. I hope this video helps you if you're concerned and learning about placements and timings and the benefit of that hero, Abomination. So these heroes here are all max skill that I'm showing you unless I say, all right? Wrath, who's only an A3 that I did today. I thought he had to be A5 so he could heal, but obviously he didn't, all right? And with his artifact, it's very fortunate. I think one of these dropped from the Void Rift for me, okay? But, his crit damage goes up when he's below HP, so that helps him get to that 4th wave up top without the Power of Dominance. And it's decent gear, not great stat rolls, but the stats themselves, it helps. This is a 5-star hero, okay? And this heal effect does nothing if he's not healing, except from Volka. So that also helps, okay? The Volka heal. Not often you get double gold rolls. It's kind of, I'd rather obviously an attack speed, but it's a nice item. It's going to help him sustain. And anything here at the end of blue to the beginning of purple is obviously good enough on a 5-star Wrath to do what you saw him do up top. And in case you want to see his total stats, 12k. And that's plenty of, what you call it there, attack damage for that stage, okay? Or attack power. I have up here, this guy's a beast. It's very hard to build a crappy Abomination. It's very hard. He comes with a huge amount of natural 30k HP. It's one of the highest in the game. And since his ultimate becomes permanent and it's AoE, I'd rather have the Eye of Sin. It's a purple artifact, but this is the one step below. So he's doing 12% more damage once his ultimate starts. So it really helps people tell you, you have to use this artifact on them. He's an AoE damage dealer. If you're trying to clear a stage, you need damage. Let him do more. Okay. So this this was decent. This huge attack speed. You notice I have a bunch of attack speed on this hero, and that's part of it. Okay, and you can get that ancient item from stage 16, gear raid 116. It's not like I farm. You see here, I don't really have like this. Obviously, is a really nice item. I was very fortunate when I cleared gear raid 319 that this fell and it decided to roll very well for me. It's good stuff. All right. This Glacier, it's not about the set. It was just these bottom two, they rolled very well. And this is a great item here, okay? Flat defense, people, they'll be like, flat defense, crap, crap, crap. If you take a look over here at Abomination, all right, that defensive roll here of 220 is like 12 or 10% of his total defense. And to have a hero with almost 3k defense, you saw the boss wasn't able to kill him. Not just the fact that he has high HP, but his defense helps as well. It makes a difference. And some people ignore that fact, okay? So Constance, who I did put down, uh, I really don't know how to build Constance too well, but 74k HP means she's not dying. Okay? That's all I knew. I know that she gives inspiration on attack, so to have, almost the same kind of attack as Dolores, and she shares like 20% less, it gets the job done for me. I put her there for the heals. Crap rolls, okay? Crap, this defense and the HP and attack stuff, like these are all stats I didn't know. I'm like, she uses, most of that. So I put it on her, okay? Same thing here. She's a tank. I don't want her to die when she's not healing. So to have a big flat attack with HP and heal effect, I said, this is good. It's going to help. This massive attack bonus so that I could get her, you know, healing and inspiring people effectively. And I don't know if this is going to work into gear raid 219 or not. I've tried a couple times. I think I have to wait till I get Volka to A1 so I can do the Volka Polka. All right. Uh, let's see here. I had Valkyra, who did pretty well here. And if you look here on the Valkyra artifact, she's had a round tier for a while. Okay. And I put some skills into her. It's not much, but it definitely helps. So you saw, I don't know if you see at the beginning, but I've purposely built this hero as strong damage-wise as I could so that she could sustain that first schwack from the boss. She has probably like 30 HP left. She almost dies as the third hero placed there at the beginning. And since she doesn't, it makes it all possible. So that's why this crit rate chunk on a 25% HP set currently is something I'm very happy about on this hero. And it's pretty hard to argue against that item. So the same thing with this Night Terror set. Like, I'm not trying to build a set, but if you look at what rolled here, like, excellent, excellent stuff. Okay, same thing, Asclepius. There's no reason you'd really want to put Asclepius on your damage dealers unless it rolls what it rolled with those substats. And I think, in case you care, like, it doesn't matter with the power of dominance. Like, this is maxed common. Okay, he's got max skills or whatever. It's nothing special build. Okay, I have 17k attack available for my Comet. It helps if you're trying to not heal, so you can do essentially a speed farm of AMR 18. However, if you didn't see in the video earlier, I did a wonderful foraging of a Tear of Twilight. This is the best in slot artifact for this hero. As soon as you deploy him, he gets 20% attack. Okay, so I don't know how much I have to forge. Oh, well, let's do one together. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe. I don't know what this Soulbane Rosary is. Reduces matter. Why would I want that on my defender? I'm sure there's some kind of a defender that you would want them to have reduced HP for. I don't know, for more attack. Maybe Azor or Aurum. So anyways, day 30 has been extremely good with the surprise gifts from summonings and that Tear of Twilight and artifact material rate stage 18. And to assuage any of questioning that you have, you get two summoning stones. I think I still have those. So we'll do that at the very, very end here. But if we look now, the last hurdle in the game for premium everything is Gear 8-2. And I'm like 4 or 5 days away from wave 105. So I'm going to A1 my Volka. And I think the day I awaken one Volka and she reduces everybody's resurrection by 25%, I think I'll have that on farm. All right. So let's go into the summoning portal here and let's see how many we have. So I'm speculating that if I get this number to 69, I think Lust will pop out. That's what I'm hoping for. Do I need Lust? Yes. Do I want Lust? Yes. Am I going to get her? Probably not. We got one summon left. And in case you don't know, 745 summons on a free-to-play account 1 month in. I do most of my diamonds on stamina. You should as well, in my opinion. Anyways, I don't know. This Halder might be somebody that's useful. I've never upgraded any of that. Cuke, his poison can help you. This was New Name, playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms. I hope you're enjoying the journey. I sure am. It's reinvigorated my joy and love of this game. And the verification of how powerful the free-to-play heroes are for rapid progress. There is further verification of that clear you just saw without the power of dominance on. Take care, everyone.